What is going on, everybody? It is Saturday night. Like I said earlier, it is WrestleMania weekend. It is time. The Atomic Drop podcast brought to you by Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. It's time. The live reaction show. My name is Paul Spencer. That man right next to me is the biggest free agent out there. Everybody wants him on the show. He is back. That guy, Ken Fry. What is going on, Ken?
Not too much. You know what time it is? It's Vader time.
There we go.
Call back.
Who do we got next to you there, Ken? Who's next to you?
It looks like we have our friend, your friend, everybody's good friend. One half of the part-time marks, our good friend, Mr. Kurt McGirt.
What's going on, Kurt? Yo. Who you got next to you, brother? We got a full panel tonight.
We got the local legend, the king of everything, Black Lightning.
Ooh. My guy, you know it. My tag team partner, great introduction. I appreciate you. You know it's your boy, man. I'm excited. I'm over here. I'm still sweating, guys. Like I was in one of them matches tonight. So, man, it's actually a little bit warm in here. So, and right next to me, I got my guy way over in Arizona on a different time schedule than us, the Professor. What's up, my guy?
Pimpin' ain't easy, brother. Son
of a bitch. Well, hey, listen, we got a lot to talk about, but first we got to get into one thing real quick. This show is sponsored by J Fine Law, 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Big Al, motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, personal injury claims, workman's comp. He's got you covered. 3 convenient locations throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. First in Pennsylvania, it's Philadelphia. On the East Coast, we got you on the West Side. It's Pittsburgh, BA, 500 Grant Street, 2900. And also a little bit to the east of Pennsylvania, it is Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 3 Greensburg Lane. Make sure you call Jason Fine, 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Big Al, mention Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, and you get that family discount. First, it's no recovery, no fee. And then he's going to hit you with that 1-2-3 RKO. You know, any kind of wrestling move he's got, he's going to give you a 33 and a 30%. So make sure you reach out to J Fine Law, 1-800-HURT-123. Man, after that event, I think I need to call J Fine because I stood up, I twisted my ankle on a couple of these things tonight. But man, you know, we did have a pre-show this morning, you know, a little bit earlier on 5:30, had a little, you know, debate back and forth. I noticed one thing, someone's not on the show tonight. I mean, I don't know why, but, you know, the one thing we do here is, Larry, if I disagree with you, Kurt, I disagree with you, Eddie, I agree with you. We don't hold that against anybody. We're all family here. It's an opinionated thing. We don't care. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is mine. I don't give a damn who's wrong or right. Larry, what do you see on Part-Time Smarks, brother?
Man, this is what we do, man. I mean, me and Kurt, we disagree all the time. You know what I mean? And, I mean, earlier, I think I actually made Kurt get up and walk away from the computer for a couple of seconds, I think, with the pineapple on the pizza.
Yeah, Kurt, I agree, Kurt. You got to go with that shit. Pineapple does belong on a pizza. Yes, it does.
I mean, we disagree here. We're not supposed to agree on everything. So,
right,
you know what I mean? And I mean, you know, that always makes for more interesting of a show. Sometimes I think Kurt's crazy. Sometimes he thinks I'm crazy. All the time we think you guys are crazy. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Well, Ken, you know, how was Hershey Park today, brother? Or how was the daughter's games today, first of all?
Daughter's games today were good. She won both games, and
there you go.
I got sunburn, and I am smoked. I am tired.
All right, well, there you go. Well,
WrestleMania was a long show. Wait, and you know what? It's only one night of 2 nights.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they had all this shit in one damn day? Oh my God, we'd still be watching it.
We'd be talking about it right 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning going live. But
oh my goodness.
Ken, since you weren't on the show earlier today, you know, you did chime in, of course. But Ken, what going into this this? What was your favorite? Going to be your favorite match of the night out of all the matches?
I think easily it was going to be the main event from
Yeah.
Dark. I mean that's one I was most looking forward to,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's probably all in all probably the best match in
Mhm.
my opinion. That would be the Punk Roman and Rollins match, and it's we had one of those things. I don't know if we want to really get into it yet, but we did have a little bit of a surprise at the end, which I don't know if all of us saw it coming, but I feel like probably most of us did see it coming, because I know I felt like we've talked about it on this show,
Mhm.
about the
There's one person
surprise at the
that
end.
didn't see it coming.
Wait a minute. Where's? Let me look for him. Hey, you in here? He's not. I don't think he's in here. I don't think he's in here. I don't think he's here. I don't think he's here tonight. But it's okay. It's okay. I think he's already.
And that's shocking because it seemed like it was probably a fairly obvious prediction. It almost felt too obvious, actually, to be honest with you. But I
Yeah.
mean, the way they did it, I thought they did it pretty decent, though, the way they set it up. So
I
but
agree.
we'll get to that once we get to that.
Definitely. Michael says hello to us guys. He's like, yo, he's there. He's already in the house talk. He's all the way up in New York up there. He's in the same time zone, but he's up with us. So we appreciate it right now. 48 live viewers checking in. Appreciate you. Give us your comments. Let us know how you feel. But let's open it up, man. We talked about this. What is the biggest hype train going into right here? The show, man, the main eventer, Jey Uso, opened house, came out. Let's talk about it. And new. Let's talk about and new. Let's talk about it. Eddie, I'll let you go first. What the hell? What'd you see with this one? I mean, the word of the night is yeet.
I love the match, but I have to agree with you. The only bad part of the match was he submitted too quickly. To me,
Yeah.
To me, that put him in 30 seconds. I know you can't do like sleeper hold like you can do in the UFC because the UFC is legit fighting, but you have to be more careful in pro wrestling when putting on like move like that. But
Great.
for the whole match, I have to give it pretty much a A-. I thought it was a very good match until the final 5 seconds.
Okay. Larry, go ahead.
Yeah, man, good analogy there. Yeah, real good match. Definitely a way better match than what I thought, but I figured Jay was going to prove he was tough. And definitely hang in there. Take a good ass beating. There was a couple spots that was like, okay, it might be over right now. And they didn't go that route. Absolutely right, Eddie. That was the one thing they did. Because obviously he put Jay in the same sleeper, and Jay was in that sleeper for quite some time.
Yeah.
So I mean, and yeah, you just don't expect. You don't expect. I mean, what I will say though is, I definitely didn't expect him to lose by a tap out. So I thought that was fun. I did think that was phenomenal, though. I don't want to, but it does take away that he tapped out so quickly.
Agree.
Yeah, that last couple minutes, it was hot. Yeah, it was. I think it was probably a good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna say it was close to an A match. Gunther does well. My biggest thing is where do we go with Jay from here? But tonight.
Hold that thought because I want to talk about that right after. Kurt, what do you got for this match, man?
Hey, I thought the submission in was the right way to go, but I agree with everybody else. That was, as soon as it happened, I was like, that was pretty quick. I mean, if anything, I wouldn't even have him tap, just pass out and call the match. Like,
yeah,
but you can still say that he's only been pinned 3 times, so that's what they were trying to accomplish. So I'm not going to bitch too much. I'm gonna get a match of B plus though. I liked it.
Okay. Ken, what'd you see?
Well, the only thing this match was missing was a little bit of Nia Jax, if you ask me. Some Samoan Queen there. That's all we needed. No, but seriously, it was an all right match. I'm not a big Jey Uso fan to begin with. I was kind of surprised. I thought his entrance was a little bit subdued. Coming down the stairs, I was expecting a little bit more hype, and I don't know if because the crowd couldn't get in sync with themselves. You have people just flapping their arms like a bunch of damn birds out there. It was just weird. It was off. We've seen crowds get in sync. I mean, granted, it's a much larger crowd than what your regular arena show would be, like a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown or whatever. But still, get your asses together and figure this shit out. You know what I mean, crowd? It was unbelievable. But anyway, match wise, yeah, I mean, Jay took the ass whooping. He was taking some of those chops, eating them. And I thought it was great. The sequence near the end, the announcers mentioned it. It seems like Jay's starting to use Gunther's own moves against him, and kind of tit for tat kind of thing. And I thought that was great. And then when he got into the sleeper hold, again, at first I thought it looked kind of weird. It didn't look, snug.
Yeah.
Like when Gunther kind of puts it in, usually it has a good snug. So you can tell who does the hold often and who doesn't do the hold often. But then for him to tap out so quickly, I was like, damn, that could have built up to so much better for Jey Uso. It really could have been so much better for Jey Uso if Gunther would have fought it and Jay would have, sunk it in, or Gunther, fading, and he's trying to get to the ropes, and Jay pulls it back to the center. That gives that crescendo for the crowd. You see Gunther getting over, and all of a sudden Jay's able to release it, pull him back towards the center, reapply the hold. That crowd would have went nuts, I think. And I think that's a lost moment, but that might have been set up that way. You know what I mean? Where Gunther's like, no, you're not getting your moment. You got me this time. I'll concede this. Live to fight another day kind of thing. Because some people do take that approach, whether it's sports or whether it's professional wrestling, which is a theater of sports. It's one of those things. Live to fight another day. All right, tap. I'll get you. I have my rematch clause. And like Kurt said, he didn't get pinned. So they mentioned that a couple times during the broadcast about the amount of times he's been pinned, and they do that for a reason. So
right,
yeah,
right.
And I'd give the match probably a B. Like I said, I'm not a big. I can't call Jey Uso mid card Jey Uso anymore, and it has to be main event. I'm a little bit bummed by that. So
I mean, so what you're saying is it could have been an A if what was that person you said would have showed up? What was that person again?
Miss Nia Jax.
Hey, Larry, that's two, Larry. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I put in the group chat, I hated the ending because, God, man, you're giving a bad son of a bitch like Gunther with all this power and being tapped out in 5 seconds. And, I watch UFC, guys. I do the host, I host the Inside the Octagon. And Josh and I, his first words were, that shit was locked in. He was struggling. He was choked out. We've seen choke outs. And when that little sleeper hold, first of all, the arm was the wrong way when he was holding him. It wasn't a chokehold. It was basically an arm right here. And I'm like, you're going to make Gunther tap out in 5 seconds with this? I would have believed it if it was 1, 2, 3 attempts, 10 seconds each, then tap out. But this one, man, the tap out, it really rubbed me the wrong way. But I got to agree with you, Ken. I go solid B here. Congratulations to Jay. But where does he go? Larry, open it up. Where does he go now? Main event, Jey Uso wins the title. His brother comes out. Family, family. We're family. The congratulations there, because I thought at a point when Jimmy came out and he held that title right in front of his head, I'm thinking like, oh shit, is he gonna hit him in the head? Is he gonna do it? But the title was handed over. What are we seeing now?
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't think he was gonna do anything with the belt. That would have took away from his moment. So you don't want to do that. And plus, they already had their feud thing last year. This was really about Jay. This was about, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Where do we go with Jay? That's quite the great question. I mean,
is this where AJ gets his shot? Michael's checking in saying Jay versus AJ here.
I mean, this is kind of what we kind of something that we talked about a couple weeks ago. I mean, I feel like he's probably the best matchup. You already know how I feel about AJ Kurt. I feel like that's the best matchup. Every time you get AJ in there with a new champion, or I mean, obviously he worked with Cody Rhodes. He worked with he did a program with Roman. AJ could do it, and he doesn't have to completely turn heel, but I know they kind of got that thing going with him and Karrion Kross, which obviously is going to continue to layer into something here in the near future. So honestly, I'm kind of at that point. I think maybe you throw him to the wolves like that. I mean,
okay.
I'm kind of just You need a good solid matchup for him now.
Okay, Kurt, where are you going to book him at next? Who's his next victim or opponent? I want to say.
Man, I can't call it. We're like, where do you go? I mean, it's something that they would have to build up because he has no stories. That was the story, and then it's closed. It's a bow on it. So where do we go? Does Sammy come back? And does he give his buddy a title shot at Backlash? Like, I don't know.
Wow.
Okay, I like that though. I do like that. I didn't think of nothing like that. I do
Hey
like
Ken, I'm gonna ask you, what is that girl's name again? Because maybe we can put the Samoan
Oh,
Queen in there. What's her
God.
name again?
Bagging.
Tony Storm, is that who we're
No,
talking about here?
Ken, we got a thing going on here, Ken. We got a
I
thing
ain't
going here.
mess
The
with that.
Samoan, Ken. Samoan. Okay, that name again?
Bagging.
Uh,
Bagging.
Tony Storm.
Oh
So,
damn.
yeah. Hey, I'm nobody's patsy. I'll tell you that right now.
Damn, man. Well, then you're not getting that $10, Ken. I'm not sending it to you.
So I don't he's not done with Gunther yet. Obviously, I feel like your next event, it is Backlash, right? So I feel like you get your rematch, the rematch clause. Because I don't think they do it right away on Monday night.
There is no rematch clause no more. There hasn't been a rematch clause for a long time.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
I felt like there could be more to this match, so hopefully they get a rematch.
Okay.
That's why I don't think they're done yet, and so I don't think Gunther would win anyway. I think that Jay is going to hold the title for a little bit, at very least to SummerSlam. By see beyond that, but I feel like with the way Gunther tapped out, I think that might be leading to something more. He's been viewed as such a strong character.
Yeah.
Does this lead to him and
Ludwig.
Kaiser? Yeah,
Okay,
Ludwig
yeah.
Kaiser. Like Kaiser's like, how do I follow a putz like you? You tapped out quickly. You pushed out type of thing. You're a bitch type stuff like that. So I wonder if that's a direction maybe that Gunther goes in. With the Imperium, only being two guys anyway. I don't know. I felt like Imperium was much better when there was three. It felt like a stable. Now it's just a tag team that doesn't tag team together. It's just two guys that,
Right.
you know what I mean? I don't know.
They're just affiliated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but for Jey Uso, I mean, I don't know where like who else who on Raw would make an interesting, feud with Jey. Like there's the Sammy thing. I like that too, but I'm thinking more long term. Something that can go on for a couple months.
Right.
Maybe.
We got a lot of comments on there. Their thoughts about who's going to be next. But Eddie's over there grinning like the professor's got some kind of mad thinking.
I first of all, I see a rematch between him and Gunther at the next pay-per-view, but at Money in the Bank is before SummerSlam, right?
Oh yeah, way
before.
Yeah.
I know what I see at the Money in the Bank where Paul Heyman gets his new client a title shot. And
you think he joins back in the? You think he joins back in the ladder? You think he gets back in the ladder match?
No. Seth will have a one-on-one title match against Jay.
Well, you know what? That's funny because we got the master booker right here. Josh just chimes in. He already says the master class storytelling main event: Seth versus Jay at Backlash for the world title. I think Seth is above that, though. I think Seth has eyes on something bigger. I don't think he is this title here. Honestly, I don't. I think because there's that beef with him and Cody Rhodes. I think he wants that bigger fruit at top up there.
I disagree.
Cody Rhodes ain't walking away with that title, so it don't even matter.
I think the whole Jay thing makes a little bit of sense story wise because he hates the bloodline and the whole Jay was a part of the bloodline thing. He never kind of let that go. So that would make some sense.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you earlier. I think Gunther does get a rematch because to me we built Gunther up as this bad son of a bitch. Takes slaps. He beat the shit out of both Jay and Jimmy for a couple weeks there. The way he tapped out, he looked like a bitch tonight. You know what I mean? You can't have this guy, that's been that title holder for how long? You can't have him walk away like this, man. You got to give him some kind of, to me, you got to give him street cred before you push him out a little bit. You know what I mean?
I think this was just an accidental mistake on his behalf. I don't think it was booked to happen like that.
Somebody on Twitter said that it looked like Gunther came up with an injury because he did talk to the ref. I don't know where it was, some point where he looked at the ref and said something where either I'm not feeling good or something. You think it was an audible call? Because I mean, this way it tapped out, man, was no way this should happen. No,
I honestly just man, it's you're in the heat of the moment, man. Sometimes you're not realizing stuff is happening so fast. So I think, maybe it could have been. He's never been in that position of the choke before. So him being in the choke caught him by surprise, possibly. But like I said, yeah, obviously I didn't like that he tapped so fast, but maybe it was just a total. I don't think he was booked. I don't think they said, "Yo, when he locks it in, tap out right away." I don't think that happened. I think Kurt said it best. To be honest with you, um, I just think he just tapped too fast, not
Okay.
thinking, and just to screw up.
Well, just Michael did text me during the event. He texted me and said, I thought maybe Gunther might have been hurt, but what is this due to perception of Gunther? We know he's a badass man, reigning, title holder for so long, broke the record basically. What does this do on his image? How do we look at him now? I mean, what do we see right now with him? I mean, come on, man, a 5-second tap out on your first choke, hold. How do you look at him now?
I feel like I don't think it takes away too much. I think it depends on how he moves on. Like what's his next match look like? If it is Jey Uso at Backlash, what's the buildup look like? How does he come off? Does he come off timid? Does he come off looking like he's not as fearsome as he was before, or does he still come out like he's that badass dude? Then you can kind of play it off like, what? Okay, maybe it was just one of those things. Maybe he did tap out too fast, or maybe it was an injury or whatever, or something like that. And but if he comes out looking like he's like me right now, stuttering and trying to figure out words, and he looks timid, maybe that could be something that they're kind of angling towards as a. I don't know why they would, because to have that big beast like that, it's
agree.
It's good for them and good for him. So
agree. Kurt, what do you think? What's your image now on Gunther losing it in its 5-second tap out? The image we used to versus now what we've seen tonight. Where do you go with this?
I'm not going to look at Gunther no different. When he does come back, he'll call it a fluke. It's going to be business as usual. He's going to beat people down and he'll have a title around his waist before the year's out.
Kurt said that. Now, Larry, same thing?
Man, same thing, right? It don't take nothing away from it. It's WrestleMania. He only loses big matches. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he only loses big matches, and that doesn't put a knock on what he does. It just shows how damn good of a superstar he is. So it doesn't. He comes back, like Kurt said, it's right back to business as usual. He's gonna dog walk people right into his next chapter of championship. He's gonna carry that championship for a long time, and he's gonna lose another big match. They're gonna make sure that he's never diminished.
Okay.
He's their prodigal son. He's never gonna be diminished.
Eddie, same thing, same thoughts.
It doesn't change, and he can have the excuse of being shocked at being put in his own finisher, which he could say caught off by surprise.
Okay, you guys think that maybe something comes out where maybe he just needs a vacation, which we talked about? He deserves a vacation off time a little bit. Where, I mean, every day in, day out, he's there doing his thing, holding it down. Match to match, whatever. He puts in 100%. Maybe that. Somehow, the storyline for him behind the scenes say, hey, come out this week that you suffered an injury. That's why you tapped out so fast. To give him maybe a month or two off. Would this be the perfect time in that image to go ahead and just get a couple months vacation, spend it with your family? I think this would be the perfect opportunity if that was a storyline to give him a couple months off, if that. What do you guys think?
I think he just takes a little bit of time. We said he just got married. He just had a kid. Like you said, he's been nothing but a workhorse. He went over to other countries. He was putting guys like Otis over during this little feud. He put Tozawa over. And, I mean, they were short matches, but they were good. They were damn good Raw matches. He went over to the other country, handled his business. Yeah, he just deserves some time off. I mean, it's well-deserved.
Gotcha.
He don't miss.
What do you think, Ken? Time off right now?
Not yet. I feel like after Backlash, I feel like there has to be another one off. But I feel like after Backlash, and a little bit of time off, maybe a return for SummerSlam or whatever. A couple months.
All right, Kurt, real quick.
Yeah.
Same. You want to give him time off, or you think it's not going to be no time off?
Yeah, I mean, he'll get time off, whether it's now or in a month or he's gonna get time off.
Later on, okay. Eddie, same thing. Now or later?
I agree with Ken that he will have his rematch at Backlash with Jay. Then that he'll take time off till SummerSlam.
Okay. What do you guys think about this? Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso. That's the next opponent.
Yeah, that's possible. Very possible because Braun's ready to go up there.
Okay.
I would say Braun for when Seth has the belt.
Well,
Mm.
yeah, I don't like it right away.
I
think Braun will take it from him. I think he's on the trajectory. Like he's on the trajectory. I'm not saying it right, but spit it out. The trajectory to become a world champion. So if you throw him in there right now, let's let it cook a little bit. Let's let him lose this belt. Be kind of in a feud for a little bit. Let's slowly build there. I'm not just ready for Braun Breaker just yet.
Okay.
I just think it'd be look much better for Braun when he does win the belt. It would be against like a Seth Rollins or somebody of that caliber.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one here. Tag team. War Raiders versus New Day. What did you guys feel about that? The word I heard in this one was the New Day steal the belts. Steal. That word came up a lot tonight on the broadcast. They stole. They ran like two crooks out of after a robbery. What's your guys' thoughts about that one word, steal? First, how'd you guys feel about that?
It sounded almost kind of appropriate, right? You know, we have was it Kofi that held the leg down? Was it Ivar's leg down for the pin?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a good match. You know, it was a really good match. You know, the War Raiders, they looked really good. Ivar, Jesus Christmas, you know, some of the moves that large man is able to pull off is amazing. And you know, a couple that almost ended his life. You know, that moonsault off the top rope. You know, they showed the replay. I thought when he first did it, I'm like, man, that looks a little bit awkward. I've seen him do it a lot better than that. But they showed it again. They're like, oh, man, his foot might have slipped. I'm like, man, he barely cleared Kofi's knees. I think it was Kofi. But I mean, they're the heels. They're the nasty heels right now, and that's a classic heel move, right? So, yeah, I thought it was perfect, the perfect ending. And you know, if they're gonna win it, you know, you want them to win, you know, kind of deviantly or devilishly or whatever, you know, kind of behind the back. And you know, it's not gonna make Nia Jax happy. You know, she's not gonna smile about it, my Samoan Queen, but it is what it is. So.
Just for you guys don't know, that's number 3.
Jesus Christ!
No, it wasn't Jesus. It was Nia Jax. Jesus.
Oh man,
Jesus is Sunday.
Do I cash out now or do I let it ride?
Let it ride.
You know what? The more you guys keep bringing up old shit, I'm starting to think somebody's here who's not really here.
In the back, I should do that.
So if we keep bringing up old shit and topics that don't matter, I'm gonna start to call you guys Junior and the Third.
Are you saying that Nia Jax doesn't matter?
I'm saying no, David Jr. and right David the Third over there.
Hey Ken, I got you. It's Ben Moji's money, brother.
All right, there we go. We're good with it now. No more.
There we go. There we go.
No
there
more
we go.
Of my Samoan Queen now. That we got Paul past
one for good measure. One for good measure. Where the hell?
This is shit you be talking about, Kurt. They like to go off topic, man.
Hey, you're on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, brother.
Crazy,
you know that.
Bro.
You know that where you're at Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. You signed on for this. You should know. But what are we talking about? Oh, the New Day.
Hang on, real quick.
What are we talking about?
We've had shows, Dave and I, where we've talked about Bianca Belair's hair for about an hour and a half. So if we can go that route if you want. So.
I believe it.
I remember that. Yeah.
All right, back to the topic.
Okay, guys. Welcome back to Out of the Box Sports Entertainment here. This out of atomic drop here. We're talking about the New Day versus War Raiders. The steal. Was it a steal? Larry, bring us back to reality here. What happened tonight?
Yeah. We kind of thought. I mean, well, we kind of got that news like before the show, so it kind of threw off some of our picks.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing. Kurt, stop giving us bad information. No, it wasn't bad information. No, it wasn't bad information. It was true information, but it kind of made sense. but I mean, in all reality, we all did really think New Day was going to win.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I thought the heist part was, they, like you said, to hold the leg down, and then the way they grabbed the straps and got the hell out of there, I thought
Yeah.
that was gold too. Like, yo, we got these belts. They basically did kind of a Seth Rollins heist of the century type thing. Like, Kofi's facial expressions were gold. Like you said, those guys are so athletic. Now, I thought he cleared it, but I basically said the same thing that Pat McAfee thought. I thought the ropes broke.
Mm,
Because when you usually fall that way, that's usually what happens is the ropes break.
okay.
I just thought it was just a basic. I mean, I don't think it was nothing over the top. Um, I thought it was. I seen that comment come across. I thought it was a real solid B. I felt like they could have had a little more time on the match. Maybe there was something missing from the match. I'm not
Gotcha.
exactly sure what it was, but it was a good, solid match. New Day's going to carry that division. That I mean, who else can you really put those belts on? Like I've been saying for weeks, the Raw titles kind of been the
Yeah.
lackluster thing. So New Day's going to put a spin on it, and I think it'll be all right. Yeah. So a real high B.
Okay. Eddie, what you got on this?
Uh, I also give it a B. Uh, of course, and the way they won the match with stealing it, that fits their character. There's two kind of heels in this world: badass heels and chicken shit heels. And New Day's definitely the chicken shit type of heels that are going to do what they did to win a
Yeah.
match. Uh, I thought myself the match was a little too short, so that's why I only gave it a B. I
Okay.
thought maybe another 5 minutes. I think they should have given it 5 to 10 more, between 5 and 10 minutes more. And
Okay.
even if it meant taking 5 or 10 minutes away from the second women's match.
Okay. Kurt, what you feel?
Um, it was an all right match, but yeah, it was definitely a steal.
Still
But
okay. Okay.
that's going to be that they're those type of hills, so we
Okay. Yeah.
expected it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Even
I think the commentary played into exactly what we've seen tonight. The steal, the steal. They ran out like two crooks out of after a burglary. I love that, and exactly what you said, Eddie. They played it to the character of a T. I mean, they are that type people. A comical version of that, and they just ran out of the house with that. What's up, Larry?
I just want to say, I love New Day's outfits too. I don't know if you guys caught on to it right
Oh,
away.
I caught it right away.
Mhm.
But they used the giant Gonzalez, the Caesar's Palace
Mhm.
WrestleMania. So I thought that I thought that was complete
When
gold
they were
too.
walking down the ramp, I'm looking at I'm like thinking, these guys out here looking like a blue giant Gonzalez. I'm like really, are they doing that? Because I had the fuzzy little patch and then the body, the muscles
It,
outlined and stuff like that. It was
it was
just
gold. It was gold. I like the throwback. I thought it worked well.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. That was
Now,
something that I really thought added to the match.
now I know during the pregame show, we talked about it. A lot of had different opinions of this match. Did this match live up to? Was we thought maybe Big E might be commentary ringside on this one. That was one thing thrown. We might have some interference. Which way it would go, but did it live up to your potential in a way? Did it? Yes or no?
Yeah, I was expecting maybe some sort of appearance from Big E, but it is what it is. But it lived up to my expectations. I thought it was exactly
Okay.
what we were looking for.
Okay. Okay. Same with you, Kurt.
Yeah.
Okay. Larry.
I mean, honestly, I could have had that match on Raw or SmackDown. I mean,
Mhm.
in Raw, but like,
We could
because
have had that
look,
TLC on WrestleMania.
say it one more time.
We could have had that TLC match on WrestleMania
With everybody, you mean? Like
with
with
DIY, Street Profits, and
yeah, I think we could have had. I mean, or they could even went with like how they did last year, man. Put both sets of straps up there, and
Mm.
whoever comes down with them, you know what I mean. And that would have got more people involved in Mania because I feel like some people get like, there's still a lot of people that like, man, you're looking around, you're like, damn, they're not on the card. So
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
some people did get burnt this year, so I see what you're saying there, Kurt. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, it wasn't no over the top match. I didn't think it was bad at all. Like I said, it
Okay.
was like a B plus match for me. It was okay.
Eddie, did it live up to your potential going into the pre-prediction show that we had? Did it live up to your potential?
I slightly was not very, but slightly disappointed in it. That was the match I had picked in the pre-show. That was my match of the night.
Yeah, you did. That's why I said that I would keep you last. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it was an okay match. I like how the announcers basically enamored us with the steel. I like how they did that, and they lived up to it when I'm running out of the ring. So I give a solid match. I'm probably going to with a B with there, but yeah. All right, let's move on to the next match. Oh man. Well, Eddie said this match is probably going to be about 5 minutes tops. Well, I think it lasted over 10 minutes, Eddie, first of all. Okay. So I'll let you start with this one here. Naomi versus Jade. Go ahead, Eddie, since you said it was 5 minutes. You're way off that one.
I was surprised on how good Naomi looked. But Jade, they were going to put Jade over. She's the star. She's the money maker. There might have been maybe two spots that kind of looked a little. They were off. Looked like they were lost there. To me, that was a B plus match. Could have been an A match if they didn't have those couple spots where they kind of looked lost.
Okay. What about you, Larry?
Surprisingly, because I mean, if you know me well enough, we all know I'm not a fan of Jade whatsoever.
Agree.
But tonight, Naomi did her job. I mean, like you said, you're absolutely right, Eddie. There was a couple spots that was a little off, but man, that like I said, that when she had her up in like the electric chair position and flipped her around into a power bomb toward the end, that was money. I thought I mean, like I said, I like small details. So from the jump, I liked Naomi's new music because I really haven't noticed her new music yet. So I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention, or has she technically even got a chance to use that music yet? Because she's just been doing attacks and stuff like that, so they weren't playing any music for her. So she had new music. I like how she kind of ripped through the tape thing because I'm always big for the entrances. I liked how she had her hair like wet down. I was honestly shocked. I always know Jade is gonna be a little bit off, and like I said, there was oh man, how about that jackhammer spot where she caught her from midair? She caught her in midair and turned it into a jackhammer.
It was like twice, wasn't it? It was like a couple times she did that move.
Well, the second time she turned it into the what did Scott Hall used to call it? The when he used to just
jackknife powerbomb, or
well, the first time Naomi came off the top rope, she caught her in like Goldberg's actual jackhammer. The second time she caught her in the fall away slam. That's what happened. She caught her in the fall away slam. But like right before the fall away slam, that's probably where Eddie's talking about. There was like some miscommunications because you could kind of see Jade was waiting for, like she was waiting. They was kind of communicating, but all in all, man, I'm never a fan of Jade, but I think man, that power bomb toward the end, man, that really pushed it over the top for me.
Okay,
I'm gonna go. Again, a real high B. I was surprised. Naomi did her thing.
Okay, Kurt, what about you?
You want a rating?
Well, give me your vision of the match first. Talk about the match first, then give me that rating.
Well, it met my expectations. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Naomi's job was to go in there and make Jade look as good as she possibly could, and I think she accomplished it. It was probably over my expectations because I didn't give a lot to Jade going into this because she hasn't been the greatest, but she showed me some things today. So I'll give her that, man. So I'm gonna be nice with my rating, and I'm gonna give her one Papa Smurf.
Wow, I don't know the Smurf rating, but I don't think that's very good, is it?
Is that rating small? Is that rating small?
I'll give it a B.
Oh damn! I need to catch up on this Smurf rating shit. Ken, what about you, man?
I'm just kind of surprised that you don't know the Papa Smurf rating system here. I'm really surprised. I thought that was common knowledge. I thought it was a good match. And Naomi can go. We all know Naomi can go. She's proved before. We always said that she was missing something. It wasn't the in ring ability. I know on the drop here we've talked about it, and it was more like it always felt like kind of like Mike skills or whatever. Or she was just always kind of relegated to the mid card. But I thought Naomi looked really good. Jade, you showcase her best, the part of her best ability, and her best ability is strength, and they showcased it, and they showcased it really well. And I think the biggest way you can do that is having a really good dance partner, and Naomi set her up in some really good spots to be able to showcase some awe-inspiring type, powerful moves, and just like the ones that my good friend Mr. Lightning down there. I like calling you Mr. Lightning. I don't know why.
It's all good, man. I appreciate it.
It feels natural calling you
Yeah,
Mr.
man.
Lightning.
I like it, man. Throw a little respect on you.
Absolutely. I respect my elders. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Well, all you son of a bitches need to respect me then, okay?
Yes, Mr. Fuji. But yeah, I thought it was a good match. And, it shined up Jade, and it showcased her power. And Naomi was like she usually she was solid in the ring. So a couple miscommunications. I'm not going to worry about that too much. So yeah.
I mean, I agree. Yeah, I agree with everybody. I think this was a great push for Naomi. She, just like you said, Kenny, she pushed her in situations where it showcased what Jade is, powerful. But Larry, I agree with you too. It really did show me a lot of Jade on her aspect of what she can do. But I agree with Eddie as well. There was a lot of, there was a couple times where Jade was just looking backwards, like, where are you? Where are you? A little bit of timing off there, but that comes later. Showcase the power. It's still a big push for her. I like, the representation of her tonight. So I'm okay with it. But, kudos to Naomi, man. She showcased everything that she could. She took the fucking power bombs, everything. And I agree with you, Larry. I like her new image, the caution sign coming in, the colors, her music is on point. This fits her. It really does. I'm done with the glow. I like this, proceed with caution. I like that. I like that with her now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely do.
She's like a woman scorn almost, like with like Larry said, with the hair like being wetted down and stuff. It just reminds me of like a pissed off girlfriend standing out in the rain. Like I'm gonna cut your nuts off type of thing. You know what I mean?
Those promos been good too, man. Them SmackDown promos leading to this.
Yeah, exactly.
She set herself up well for this. I think she really prepared herself well. And she I think you said it best, Ken. She used Jade's strengths, and her strength is strength. So
yeah. For instance, there was the one spot near the end. I don't remember exactly what led up to the spot or where the next spot was, but Jade was supposed to roll out of whatever, I think it was a pinning combination that Naomi had her in, and you could see Naomi kind of reach around and grab her leg so she could roll. That shows me, like, if I noticed that, I mean, I'm sure a lot of other people noticed it, but that shows me that Jade isn't quite there with that nimble part of professional wrestling, but she does have
where to be.
Yeah.
She just doesn't really know where to be sometimes, or she's moving a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
Or just because WWE's about moving slower. You know what I mean? And where she comes from, she's used to, like, almost, even though they didn't set her up to move that way. I mean, she came from an environment where they moved fast.
Totally different. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you said, man, this is her first WrestleMania out there by herself. You know what I mean?
And to me, the word is secure and finish the move all the way through from beginning to end. She's still not technique-wise to finish the move, to make you visualize, okay, she's got the leg here, the control. You're not tapping out. She hasn't gotten that yet, but that will come to me. It's just in-ring experience from moving slower, fast-paced where she was, coming over here, because it's night and day, honestly. Here it's storyline, secure everything from beginning to end. But Larry, you mentioned something about the promos have been gotten better. The one thing I didn't like tonight was Jade Cargill's promo. That white dude outside of Allegiant Stadium. It's beautiful weather outside. It's hailing. It's raining.
That wasn't a promo. That was part of her entrance.
I know that, but I'm just like, this dude, man. You're not selling me with this crap, dude. It looks fake as hell. You're on, like, come on, man. Just let her come out. You know what I mean? I didn't like that crap.
I seen what they was trying to do. I was like,
I get it. I get it. But
I get it.
I get that. But yeah,
I like I said, even like Naomi's was a lot more normal, and all she did was just rip through.
Yeah. But it sold more. It sold more where you're coming out, you're ripping through, the tape line. That was like, oh, that's badass right there. You know what I mean? But now Jacob, thanks for checking in. Jake, appreciate you there, brother, from YouTube. Jade's got to work on her wardrobe malfunctions. I got kids in the room.
They both had troubles, man.
Man, they was always like
Areola
tucking himself,
out.
pulling this in, moving this.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
there was there was a definite nip slip from Jade. I guess I
wait, Larry, hold on a second. Kurt was like, yeah. He gonna text you like what one pinpoint. Wait, you seen it? You seen it?
What? You didn't see
it? I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was right outside.
Slipping.
Yeah, it was.
Hey man, I wear glasses, bro. I wear glasses, but my eyes are bad. My eyes are 53 years old. I don't see shit like that, man.
Man, I'm surprised you didn't see that supersized Hershey kiss.
I didn't see it. You know what? That might. Listen, you know me, man. I told you I was not gonna make some food, man. But look, I think that might have been a time I went to make my goddamn egg rolls. So I'm just gonna hold it to that. I didn't see it. But we will definitely go back. We will definitely go back tomorrow and look for the Hershey kiss, brother. Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's Easter. It's Easter, man. So there's like the real big Hershey Kiss, those ones that come in like the box almost.
Damn.
Yeah, they both was having trouble with their wardrobes. You could see them both were. I mean, obviously Naomi is much thicker of a girl.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's thick.
Yeah.
So she's like chocolate pudding thick. So that I think it was just a little bit. Yeah, it was just small wardrobe malfunctions. There was like a nip slip, but
okay.
That's hard. It's hard to do, man. Is wrestling and like trying to keep those clothes on too when you can feel that they're breaking at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, you know who doesn't have any problems with that? My Samoan queen, Nia Jax, never had a nip slip on television. I'm just saying. Her stuff stays where it's supposed to be. Just saying.
Hey, Larry, can I get an over of maybe a 10 or 15? I mean, we could take that bet again if you want to, brother.
I'm just stating facts.
Man, now he's still in like, now that's gimmick infringement. He said he's doing the facts now. So now not only is he bringing this up, now he's still in my line. Dog,
I know, right?
Help me out, man.
It was after the match on our way back that she had a fully. Wow. Okay, I'm definitely gonna go check that out tomorrow. I mean,
that thing popped out.
I can't eat Easter candy, but at least I can see a chocolate. I can see a chocolate kiss. You know what I'm saying?
100% serious though. Like obvious, none of us here are women, right? So, I'm not a lady. But can you imagine that? Like being a woman. And just kind of casually walk like, oh shit, it's out. My titty's out. I couldn't imagine like the horror. They're like, oh god damn, my titty's out. Nobody's gonna say nothing.
Okay, look, I gotta stop you real quick. This is a true story. Okay, last year, Katie and I went to a store and it was hot as hell. So Katie had like a tank top on. Katie's very big up top in her chest area. And we walked down. She had like a tank top on, really nice, thing. We walked in the store. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, I don't care if people look at her. Hey, she's hot. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate all that. You know what I mean? But this one lady, we were walking in Walmart, and this one lady walked by us, and she looked at me, and she goes past me right to Katie and hugs her, and she's like, said something to her, and I walked over to Katie, and I was like, you know her? She's like, no. I was like, what is she saying to you? She goes, honey, your titty's out. Put it back in. And I'm like, oh shit! I guess her nipple was out. I'm like, well, shit. I mean, I guess it does happen, right? It does happen. I guess. I don't know.
Sometimes it's hard to control, man. They always complain about back problems, and I mean,
hold on a minute. Maybe
I don't know how they don't know because if my zipper's down, I feel a little bit of wind going through there. You know what I'm saying? I feel a little gust of air. I mean, but you never know.
Gotcha. All right, well, shit. All right, let's move on to the next one here. We were supposed to get Rey Mysterio. We got breaking news for Josh broke it, pre-show there. Ray Phoenix hops in versus I don't even know who the hell this guy is. I mean,
was that match next, or are you sure it wasn't Fatu and Knight?
Well, I'm just gonna go to the grinding match. We'll just go there. We'll flip it over. This is out of the box. We go anywhere. You know that. So, what did you guys feel about this one? I mean, I'll tell you what. I don't know who's under that fucking mask. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm going to tell you what. These dudes can move, man. I love watching this like a cruiserweight thing. These dudes put on a goddamn show. They really do. I love the fast pace, the moves, the technical back and forth. I love watching this type of wrestling. Ken, what do you think?
Yeah, I've been preaching this for so long. I love the cruiserweight stuff. One of my favorite things when WCW was running hot during the Monday Night Wars was the cruiserweight division. Just watching those cruiserweights go. I enjoyed the fast pace because I always felt like it's a change up. Like Larry said before about the Naomi and Jade match. I like the pace of that match. They slowed it down, and it's something I wanted to bring up, but I forgot. And then Larry brought it up, and I'm like, okay, I remember and whatnot. But I enjoyed the pace because they did slow it down. But then to speed to speed up having that quicker match with the luchadors or whatever the Mr. Americano is there luchador. I don't know what you call it, an American luchador. I don't even know what you'd call that. Just a masked wrestler, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what luchador is Spanish for or not, but I don't speak Spanish anymore. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed the pace of it. It makes it fun, and the way they execute some of these moves, it's just mind-boggling. It really is just how the athletic ability it takes to do something like that, in just like it's like that. You know what I mean? It's just it absolutely amazes me every time watching those guys, and it's just a fun match to watch. It really is. It's a fun match, and I still believe. I know they had the speed thing going on, and they still do or whatever. I still think they should bring back some sort of cruiserweight division championship and just give those guys 45 minutes on each of those on a Monday and on a Friday and let them go at it. Let that division go at it.
Mm-hmm. Jacob says El Grande is his new favorite wrestler. So Jacob, who is El Grande? Answer me that question first, but then I want you to answer that one first. But Kurt, what did you think, man, of this match?
El Grande Americano is the greatest luchador that has ever lived. Come on, guys. We got to stop acting like we don't know who El Grande Mexicano is.
Well, break it to the world. Break it to the world. Break it to the world, Kurt. Who is he?
What everybody's like, we all love the luchadors, the cruiserweights. That's why one of the most exciting things today was the news of the acquisition of AAA.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be great. We're going to be getting crossover between the luchador company, WWE. We're getting a whole pay-per-view for it. Like, we're going to get some exciting stuff going, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the match was going to play out like this, whether it was Ray or Ray, doesn't matter. Throw somebody in there, show them all the spots, what we were going to do, and this is what it is. We're going to keep this going. We're going to wait. We're going to milk it until we get that mask versus mask, and he's unmasked.
Okay. Larry.
I do think we're going to get that, what Lightning was talking about earlier, that doink spot at some point. We're going to have a second.
Okay.
I see that happening.
What about you, Larry?
Yeah, I think that's that's just showing you that Ray Phoenix can go, man, because he's getting put on the spot to go at Mania within 24 hours. You know what I mean? Less than 24 hours. And again, he's been there. What he's got 2 matches on SmackDown. He's got 2 matches on SmackDown, and they're letting him get a match. They're letting him be Rey Mysterio's replacement. So, and then and like you said, whatever the hell. Obviously, we assume it's Gable and everything else. But are we not going to talk about that reverse 450 shit that he pulled off?
Okay, the funny thing real quick is the announcer was like, what is that, 180, 360? We're just going to call it 450. I was like, holy shit. That was so comical when I heard the announcers like, what is it? Then they replayed it, like, they still didn't start still calculating. I'm like, holy shit, that was insane. Yeah. Larry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That move was fucking insane.
Yes,
that's why I'm
insane.
like,
yes.
I'm like, again, that's just showing you the athletic ability that Gable has. And I mean, like, speaking of the announcers, this is like the perfect time to bring it up. If you wasn't laughing and getting some of the funniest, I officially, after today, there was a lot of stuff that Wade Barrett fits in really well. He's the guy that pushes the heels a little bit. They haven't really had that in a while. Like, where there was like guys that was kind of like you were kind of biased. You know what I mean? Because McAfee hasn't really been biased. He's
Right.
he just goes with the flow. Michael Cole is he's your play-by-play guy. Once in a while, you had Graves or Corey kind of being like a little heelish, but he wasn't really like that. You got Wade Barrett all night long. He was like pissed that they kept saying it was Chad Gable. He was like, "That's not Chad Gable."
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he got to the point where he actually had McAfee kind of agreeing with him. Like he was like,
Mhm.
"Michael Cole is a liar." So they were making. I mean, honestly, the match was good. Like I said, I mean they were just running through. I mean, there was some really good spots in there. You guys aren't lying. The German suplexes over the top rope. Gable, whatever the hell they got going on here, this is pure genius work right now.
You know what? Honestly, I just think I gave Larry a new name. I think I'm gonna call him Wade Barrett because he's mentioned Chad Gable 18 times. He's making me believe 100% now.
Yeah, man, that shit was that was gold, man. Just the commentary, honestly.
Yeah, agree.
The match was really, really good. I am going to throw that out there. That was a B plus. They had to do it on the spot. B plus. Actually, I'm going to go a real low A since they threw it on the spot, and then the commentary just made the match so much.
Exactly. Better. Yeah. Kenny, you got to give a shout out right here. Who's this guy?
That's Billy Surfield, an old friend for many, many years. What's up, Bill? Great to hear from you, bud.
Thanks for checking in, brother. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Yep. We got breaking news real quick. We now know who American Grande is. You guys ready for this? It's breaking news. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Here it is. It's Triple H.
I had. There was a feeling I had.
I did too. I had him number 2 on my list. Yeah.
No, you could tell this guy got a little bit of rhythm. If you remember Triple H dancing before in the ring, you could tell he didn't have any rhythm. So he has a little bit of rhythm.
I tell you a ruse.
maybe when Triple H was 13 years old.
Yeah, I tell you what, I know one person that's not a Heartbreak Kid because that son of a bitch was not moving at all tonight when he came down the ramp. I mean, he couldn't move at all. I mean, we know it's definitely not him. When he did that little shout out.
I'll even one up you there, Paul. I know who it is. Who it isn't?
Wait, who?
It is not Nia Jax. I'll tell you that.
Are you sure?
I am 100% sure.
Moving on.
Samoan Queen would not.
Moving on.
You're not going to cover up that beautiful face.
Well, I know earlier you said, what we're going to call luchadors, but I'll tell you what, in Japan, we call them ichidura, is what we call them in Japan. That is luchador in Japanese, ichidura. So, yeah, that's what we call them over there.
I don't know what would you guys prefer to hear more often, ichidora or luchador? I think both those are kick-ass names. I love hearing the word luchador.
Hey, listen, if you put Io Sky out there and she says Ichidora, I'm down with that anytime. Okay. Yeah, she can say Ichidora in my dreams. I'm cool with it.
I like that.
Ichidora is what we call it. Luchador in Japanese. Yeah. So it's like, shout that out real quick. Michael Paperning says Phoenix versus El Grande. Chad Gable was a rated A there. Another comment real quick. Chad Gable reminds me so much of Kurt. He can flat out go any style. Yeah, 100%. I mean, man. So what is the overall grade for this one? I give this a match I'm going to say a solid A. I love the movement. I love the commentary, as you said, Larry. It pushed it over the top for me, man, because from beginning to end, and even with the commentary, it just made it 100% showcase for me. So I'm going to go solid A for this one. Ken, what do you got?
Absolutely. A quick question, guys. So it's 100% serious. If Rey Mysterio doesn't get hurt, do you feel like we have the same type of match? I mean, because I feel like, Rey with his advanced age and, a lot of miles on him, I feel like it's still a faster paced type match, but I don't feel like the athleticism that Rey Fenix showed would have been showed by Rey Mysterio. I feel like we benefited almost. And it sucks to say because we all, I'm sure we all like Rey Mysterio. He's given us a lot of great moments over the years. But I feel like with Rey Fenix out there, I feel like it made it probably a better match, more athletic. Yeah. It's more fun. So I give it a solid A, the match. And because it was a fun match, every part of it was fun. I thought the match.
That's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good look at that. Yeah,
if it's Rey, maybe we don't get all that stuff. Maybe we don't get that much fun, and maybe it's just a B. I don't know.
What do you guys think? I kind of agree with that. I mean, Rey's a legend; he can still move, but I mean, it was a lot fast paced than we've seen Rey do. I mean, honestly, Oh, yeah. Kurt, what do you think? Kurt, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Whoever wants to go. Agree. Okay. Larry?
Yeah, I think he's probably right. I mean, like you said, you got the younger guy who's more athletic.
Yeah.
And again, man, they put this together in just a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that Ray and you know what I mean. Ray, I'm sure Ray and Gable were probably texting each other like, "Hey, I got this idea. Hey, I got this idea." You know what I mean? They didn't really have that time. They probably talked about it today when they realized when they realized Ray was probably going down for sure. They probably was like, "All right, man, go talk to him, see what you guys can come up with." You know what I mean? This is how you end it.
Mm.
And again, that probably changed the outcome too. Because remember earlier, we kind of thought Ray was gonna unveil the mask. So probably that like this is why we kind of because some of us kind of said that Americano would get the win. I think that also influenced making sure he got the win too, because it doesn't hurt Ray Phoenix to take that loss, especially the way he lost. He got cheated.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely a phenomenal match. Yeah, and he's right, man. He is he's a different style of Kurt Angle, and man, he's super talented, man.
They were talking about Kurt McGirt.
Oh, really?
yes, they were.
I was trying to get you in the ring for years, man. You've been playing, man.
He didn't like the pace you were working at. He wanted something more athletic.
Yeah.
That's what he was. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. You know. And John, how'd you feel about that? If Ray was in the match, would it have been a little bit slower paced, or did Ray make it a true luchador fast paced event?
I give the match a B because
I didn't ask you if it was a damn B, okay? I asked you if Ray Phoenix was in there and made it faster paced.
Come on,
That's what I
Eddie,
asked you.
listen.
Come on, Eddie. God.
it would have been a faster pace if you put either Dragon Lee or Ray Phoenix in the match. Then sorry, Ray, but Ray's 51 going almost getting up there close. He can't put up the matches that he did that he had 5, 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got even viewers saying, "Come on, can we all get a come on?" It's like, "Come on, ESPN, come on, man,
come on, Eddie."
They should have put Dragon Lee in the match. I don't believe that Ray should have taken pinfall.
And this
Dragon
is
Lee,
exactly why. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Dragon Lee can put on the same type of match as Ray Phoenix, but can take the pins. Then when you sign somebody major like Ray Phoenix, you don't want to give them too many taking pins this early on.
Okay, go ahead, Kurt.
I agree that I think it should have been Dragon Lee, and I was going to say this is exactly why people turn on Rey Mysterio, because every time there's a chance for somebody to replace you, it's never somebody in the LWO. It's always somebody else. Like, what are we doing?
Real quick, Larry, you live like 3 blocks from me. Did you just hear that big boom?
Man, that's the third one, man.
Brother, that just scared the shit out of me. I got to shit myself on that one.
That's the third time it's happened.
I hear it too.
God, man.
I heard it too. I didn't know what it was.
Damn, you're like 3 hours away from me, Ken. You heard it.
I heard.
Here's the question, Eddie. Eddie,
Yeah.
you're 3 time zones away from. Did you hear it, Eddie?
No, I didn't.
Okay, never mind then. Eddie's still talking about Naomi's match. Yeah, Eddie's 3 matches back in the Naomi match still.
Yeah, there was one boom during the
Yes, I did hear that one. Yes.
And then there's been 2 since we actually started the show, because I actually looked up at one point in time.
I just heard that big one. I'm sorry about that, man. That scared the hell out of me. But yeah, 100%. Let's talk about the next match. Where do you guys want to go here? I mean, how about we talk about the Fatu match here? I mean, I honestly thought this was going to be my match of the night. I didn't want to pick the main event, but I wanted to go here. We all agreed Fatu is going to win this, except for one other person. They said LA Knight, and he's not here to defend himself. But let's talk about this.
No, Dave.
Okay, Eddie, did you catch back up? What now? What?
No, Dave was the one that Dave went against LA Knight in his pick. So
yeah, he did.
Did he? Well, damn, shame on me then. That's a surprise. Okay. All right.
That is a surprise.
Yeah, that's the first. I mean, he wears the LA Knight shirt. He was proud as hell, and it was just LA Knight. I heard all that tonight. But Ken, how did you feel about this one? I mean, LA Knight versus, God damn, that Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
It was an all right match. To be honest with you, I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. I don't know what it was. It had some okay spots, and of course, I always think it's pretty neat when LA Knight jumps up to that top rope like that. What was Fatu going for up there? He was he going for a splash up there or something like that? And then LA Knight's able to intercept him up the top there. But besides, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't really get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a little bit surprised when Fatu came out with Solo in the entrance there. You know, it's actually a pretty neat mask that he had going on there. Fatu, Jacob Fatu with the wolf mask.
Mm-hmm.
But I was surprised that Solo was out there with them, and they kind of dapped it up a little bit. So I didn't know if we were going to see a Solo or not in the match. You know, any kind of interference that went against Fatu and cost Fatu in any way, and we just didn't see that. So it was all right. I mean, you know, I wasn't surprised that Jacob Fatu won. I feel like Jacob Fatu should have won.
Right.
You know, he's the hot commodity right now, and you know, put the strap on that man. That's yeah.
I agree. I agree. Kurt, what you got on that one? I think we all said pretty much then, Jacob Fatu here. What'd you feel about this match?
It's a beautiful thing to know that this man was in the crowd last year watching his cousins put on a great show, and now he's the United States champion. I mean, we didn't expect much from it because LA Knight is a very basic performer. Like
Sure.
you're not gonna get a high level match from him. He's not gonna match the athleticism that Jacob brings. So it is what it is. It was
Okay.
a good match for what it was. I'm gonna give it a C. Um,
Okay.
Jacob title reign is about to be awesome.
Gotcha. Okay. Larry, how'd you feel?
Oh, well, yeah, it was kind of like what I thought it was going to be. Like we said, Kurt just said it. We kind of knew what it was going to be because LA Knight is a basic style wrestler. But there was a couple things that I did really like. First thing you said was that mask. I thought that was awesome. I like that he went at it alone. I thought that because, like I said, once I seen Solo coming, I'm like, all right, well, this is going to be what causes. You know what I mean? But no, he goes at it alone. There was three big spots I think I really liked. Like you said, when LA Knight jumped to the top rope and he gave him like that reverse German suplex. I thought that was pretty dope. And then when
That
LA
was
Knight
awesome.
when LA Knight did his where he jumps from the second rope to the top rope and does that elbow. But Jacob actually made it look better because he stood up while LA Knight was coming off the top rope with that elbow. So it made that move actually look better.
Right.
And then man, that ending there, that was something that can't go underrated. Like I said, I had a couple moves of the night, and that BFT, that moonsault into the BFT,
Yeah.
man, that was fucking sweet. And then like I said, Jacob, ring awareness, real smart. He didn't kick out. He grabbed the ropes. I gave him some bonus points for that. So yeah, I'm not gonna be as I think Kurt's being a little harsh on him because Jacob is his man, and obviously LA Knight is and we know LA Knight is the lesser of the two when it comes to in ring work. So I'm not gonna go with a C.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a B.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a low B because, like I said, the match was kind of it was just like Ken. It was just real hard to get into.
Agree.
Like you said.
What about you, Eddie? How'd you feel about this match?
To me, that was an A match. The
Oof.
BTE that LA Knight hit was probably the move of the night.
Okay.
I thought it was a really good match. I just disappointed that to me, Jacob Fatu doesn't need that title. To me, if you're going to put a title on Jacob Fatu, he's such a special talent that he needs to be. I would have put the first belt that he won should have been the big one, not an upper mid card title.
He don't need the title. The title needs him. He's gonna take that title to places we needed to go.
Because that title's kind of lackluster right
Yeah.
now. Some of them titles are.
Okay.
When Gunther won the IC belt, I don't think Gunther was nearly as hot as Jacob Fatu is so I think the IC belt helped. It made Gunther was able to make it when he got more experience down the road. To me, a title should be put on somebody that needs that help to get over.
Well,
To me, when your special talents like Jacob Fatu or when Brock Lesnar came into the business, you put the rockets on them. You put the big belt on them.
mhm. I mean, what I feel about this, we talked the pre-show. When you have two of the hottest commodities, Jey Uso, we knew he was winning that match tonight, some way, somehow. Jacob Fatu, the second guy right there with the heat on him, you got to give him the limelight. This is his time. You run with the heat. You got your gold bucket right in front of you. You want to push that. You want to push that to the limelight and cash that in. I thought this match was going to be a little bit more paced because of Fatu. We know this dude has a motor. He doesn't stop. I love it. No breaks, as he calls it. I thought it was going to be that type of match, but to me, I'm going to go maybe a B here, honestly. I thought it could have been a little bit more, but Kurt, you said something. This man was in the crowd last year, watching this last year. 2 years ago, he was sitting in jail. You know what I mean? In and out of jail as well. This guy is living the dream. 3 years ago in jail, 1 year ago in the crowd, and today, a champion in the WWE. That goes a long way. My man is living the dream, man. You know what I mean? Like, he has found the dream, honestly. And sky's the limit for this dude, honestly, man. Wow. Man. Real quick, I missed a comment here. I want to give them a shot. Continue. I'm just going to look for this comment, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just flat out. I mean, Kurt said it best. The title needs him. And I like them making this move adds a little bit of layers to it. I think it's gonna, like I said, this title's, they wanted to try to make it a little something for a little while there, and then it seemed like it kind of went real quick.
It doesn't seem like it has any importance to it.
Yeah, it just don't have no steam.
And both of the
behind
titles were like that for a while, but you see, we had that nice, long, important title reign from Gunther. It made you want to have the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's the U.S. title.
It's being looked at as, all right, he has the Intercontinental title. He's ready. They're getting him ready for the next stage. This is what it's doing now.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I shout out everybody. Katie Bellaro checking in from YouTube. Appreciate you. Thanks for checking in. I didn't miss you. I just didn't see it real quick. So I'd like to shout out everybody who checks in. Just like Larry says, if you got all the time in the world and you're checking and doing whatever you're doing, you're checking in us. I enjoy it. Thank you very much. Put them all out there. Jacob says, now that chick that hit the flip cutter in the ladder match at NXT was the move of the night, which you can check that out Tuesday night because I know the part-time Mark will be marking about all that.
So that's her.
Mm-hmm. So you can check that out Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But let's move on to this other match here. We got two matches left to us here. Let's talk about the Princess versus the Queen saga here. Larry, I don't know if I want to. I mean, Kurt, I might start with Larry here, but Eddie, I don't know if I want to start with you because I really don't want to hear what the hell you got to say about this match, honestly. But let's talk about this. I mean, who wants to start with this match? Because I'm on both sides of this match, honestly. Who wants to start with this? Anybody? Because I'll go last probably.
All right, I guess I'll go. Yeah. Two of the best female wrestlers. I mean, you can clearly see that. Right place on the card. Queen versus Princess. I like the entrance. I did. I like the entrance.
There's one Queen.
The dollhouse. He's drunk again. You got to stop letting people come on these shows drunk, man. It's 420, man. You're not supposed to be drinking.
Hey, look, I can't give a sobriety test when he's 3 hours away, brother. I can't be doing all that. Right? Don't work that way.
You're not supposed to be drinking. It's 420, brother. If you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I thought it was a good solid match. Tiffy lost a tooth in there. I felt like they were bringing it. They were definitely bringing it. Charlotte did her job, as we said she was going to do since before we made our Royal Rumble picks. We said we called this months ago. I mean, we said Charlotte's going to win the Rumble. Some of us on here said Charlotte's going to win the Rumble. Charlotte's going to go to WrestleMania. Charlotte's going to lose to Tiffy, and that's basically exactly what happened. She put her over. She did her job. I mean, this is what Charlotte Flair does. I mean, like I said, people get tired of them. You guys were right. She is a 15-time champion, to clear that up from earlier.
Thank you. Who said that? Who said 15 times?
Somebody did say it earlier.
Dave. Somebody did. No,
Somebody
it wasn't
did.
Dave. It wasn't Dave.
I think.
It was me, actually. You know,
I'm pretty sure it
15
was
times.
14.
Okay.
No, it was me. It was me. I said 15 times.
Okay, so yeah, you did say 15.
It's
I
14.
thought
It's 14, soon to be 15 if it would happen, because they said
I
if she won in
mean-
one night, it would have been 15.
8 and 7 is what, y'all?
15.
15.
All right, she's held.
I'm not
one
even a
title-
professor.
She's held the one
that-
title 8 times. She's held the other one 7. It popped up on the screen.
Popped up on the screen.
See, Eddie, you're way behind, dude. You're the professor of wrestling. You should have fucking added that at 8+7, dude. You should
It
know
popped
that
up
shit.
on the
is
screen
well,
because I remembered it because I wrote it down just because I remember we was all like talking about it earlier.
Mhm.
So yeah, good solid match. Tiffany proves she belongs. Again, this was another person debuting. That's something that we didn't really discuss earlier, as how many people are actually debuting at their first WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who has no WrestleMania experience, and this is their first one going out there. And Tiffy went out there with probably the best woman wrestler of all time. To be honest, athletically, what she's done over these years, Eddie. Yeah, you could spin and you could do all this all you want, man. But the announcers and everyone tells you, man, she's really her. She's 10 times better than what her dad ever was. Like, don't get me wrong, he was great for what he was at that time. But the athletic ability that she has, the way she can carry people, it was a good solid match. I'm not going to go super over the top again. I did think it was really good though, so I'm going to go a B plus.
Okay.
But I thought they brought it. I definitely thought they brought it.
Kurt, what about you?
I liked it.
Well, what the hell did you like about it?
I mean, it was a good match. I'm not gonna go in like Charlotte did her job. Tiffy got over. Let's go. Good match.
Okay.
I wasn't mad at it. It was a little, but it's expected. I'm sure Tiffy was a little nervous. Hey, Tiffy had the best entrance of the night.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Actually,
I did miss LA Knight's entrance. Did they do anything fancy? For some reason, I walked. I know he came in the car, but did they do like a video package and then go to the car, or did he just pull up like Charlotte did? Did he just pull up like Charlotte did too? Because Charlotte just pulled up in the car. I just came back in and he was getting out of it.
Yeah, that's when I came in, because I think I was in the kitchen for that one. Yeah, because the intros I'm not like so big on, honestly. You know what I mean?
Man, that's important for WrestleMania.
Yeah, for WrestleMania, it's a huge thing.
Hey, look, man, you got to eat sometimes. I got to eat, man. Okay, I had a cheat day today. I had to eat, man. Very simple. I don't get cheat days. I had to eat.
So you waited for LA Knight, huh?
I ain't down with the LA Knight shit. You know what I mean? I wasn't. I'm not. That's not me. Ken, talk to me about this. Yeah, all right. Tonight it was nope.
What? So for me, for this match, I liked it. I feel like one of the things they talked about leading up to this match was having it feel real, because all the personal jabs at each other, and it felt like some legit intensity in there, and it kind of made me invest into the match a little bit more. Like it feels like this could almost be like a real, type of fight. It feels like there's real animosity. It feels like there's real, hatred and stuff like that. So I felt a little bit more invested into it, but it was a good match. It felt physical, and yeah. So I liked it. I liked it. I actually like this match better than I like the Fatu and LA Knight match.
Yeah, there's your answer right there, Larry. Right there, LA Knight just pulled up. No video package as well. Yeah, I agree with this match. I mean, I was on the fence of this match because listening to people say that Charlotte, is. What did I hear? A part-timer earlier today? She's a part-time, person. Okay, listen. There's a thing called injury on the shelf. ACL, PCL, MCL. Dude, come on.
She ripped all of them.
She ripped everything, and she came back before schedule. Give the chick credit. She
did go off 2 years. She was out for 2 years.
But still, with the way she came back, yes, she has lost a step. We see that in her matches, but she is the GOAT of all time in women's wrestling. Give her some credit there, no matter what we say. I don't care if you're off 3 years, 2 years, coming off 2 years and then still doing what you're doing. That showcases a lot to me, and I respect her. And Larry, you said it 100%. She's doing her job, man. She's doing her job. She's going to go down as the GOAT, no matter what in history. The GOAT is doing her job now. She's Tom Brady, helping others now. The GOAT is doing their job. I love her thing. Only thing I'm not down with is this new look, Charlotte, man. I can't get down with it. I don't. There's nothing for me there anymore. Wardrobe doesn't fit. She looks. Hate saying it, but probably going to get yelled at for this one. She looks anorexic to me, man. She really does.
Anymore. When was there anything there, Paul?
Okay, you go back 2 years. It's a lot better than what I seen tonight, Kurt. Okay,
Whoa.
Come on.
It was never.
I'm gonna need you to go find those ESPN magazine pictures and tell me.
Hey, ESPN can be Photoshop, brother. Come
Those
on.
ones were hard. Now, you don't remember those?
She has Ric Flair's body. You like that?
I don't look at magazines and stuff like that. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing too. And the Botox, man. You can definitely tell she's getting shots everywhere, man. She looks plastic to me. Plastic is what it looks like to me right now.
Aren't you Botoxing every morning, Paul? I see you.
Man, shut the fuck up, man. Okay,
I see you put your little. I see you put your little face mask like a woman on social media.
Cucumbers on his eyes.
He got his.
You know what?
He got his football face paint on.
I'm pulling somebody. I'm pulling an event somebody would do on the show.
he got his white football paint on.
Come on, man.
Oh yeah, he got his
guys. Can we stick to the fucking script tonight, please? Come on.
He puts his mascara on every morning.
Oh, now you went too far, brother. It's lotion and fucking a peel mask. It ain't fucking mascara. Larry.
What did you say, Ted? He's putting cucumbers on his eyes.
No, that's bullshit. I'm gonna call bullshit right there. I never. Get that fucking Smurf off the screen.
Ancient secret.
Don't be hating on the Asian skin, brother. A lot of motherfuckers in Johnstown like this skin, bro. Don't fuck with me, Larry.
They want to talk about skincare. Like, go see the Asian. Go see Mr. Fuji.
Yeah.
Hey, look, 53 and this shit looks good. Okay, I look good. Okay, very simple. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
Yeah,
let's get into. Don't get twisted.
I'm gonna come on the show with white paint. I'm gonna start the part-time marks looking like somebody from Legion of Doom.
Hey, you know,
and then I'm gonna sing. Hey, this one's for Dave. And then I'm gonna sing NSYNC songs to start the show off.
First, we don't do NSYNC songs, brother. Okay, I have not done an NSYNC song yet. What the fuck is this? Attack All Night? What is this? Okay,
it's Backstreet Boys that he sings.
Hey, thank you. I've done some Backstreets. I've done some.
I didn't know Eddie was your backup singer.
That's Paul Lachey from 98 Degrees. We're gonna
go. Look. If I get a skincare deal out of this, I'm cool with it. And y'all motherfuckers ain't getting shit off this deal either for fucking putting me out there like that. All right. But yeah. And first of all, it's not. I don't fucking use cucumbers on my eyes. I don't do that shit. Okay, but I do use an avocado peel on my fucking skin. I ain't gonna lie with that, all right? You know, you can ask the dudes at fucking McDonald's, they'll tell you about my skin, bro. They like my skin, even though I got a couple fights with that shit already, but you know what I mean? But that's a different story for another day.
Hey, Paul, a look's a look. That's all I gotta say. A look is a look. Whether it's the fairer sex or the same sex, a look is a look. You take it.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, Ken. I don't like the other looks from the other side, though. You know what I mean? Like, listen, if you're a fine ass girl, you say, "Oh, you look good." I'm like, "Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Here's my number." You know, if it was a dude, that's fighting words. It's
well, Paul, you don't have to bet on you say thank you. Thank you for noticing.
No, but you say thank you up here. They take that shit a different way, and they're like, "Oh, really? Thank you." Yeah, that's a different story up here. Okay.
How's my Paul impression here? Yeah, I'm working on
okay, that's fucking. Now, see, that's suspicious, real quick, brother, because you just threw that shit on your hand. I don't know where that fucking shit came from. Like, you know what? I'll be right back. Hold the fuck. I'm gonna show y'all my shit. Carrie, take on the show first. I'll be right back.
Dear Lord. Dear Lord, I don't want to know where you got that stuff from, Larry.
Man, we're good here. This is the good stuff here. This isn't that mascara that he's using.
Was that calamine lotion?
That was kind of close, Larry.
Man, my dresser's right there, man.
He always has lotion right next to the computer. That's kind of
odd. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Right on the dresser.
Are there tissues there?
No, there's
terrible. What are we doing here, man? We've gone off the rails here on the Atomic Drop podcast. So, Eddie, what were your thoughts on this match before we start talking about what the lotion and the tissues are for?
This was probably my worst match of the night. My C+ match. To me, it looked the match was sloppy at times during that fight. especially on that on Charlotte's top rope. What do you call her second finisher? Not the where she kind of does like the blockbuster type maneuver.
The perfect. What does she call it? The perfection or
something like that. That was kind of sloppy.
He said she looks weird.
Looks weird, yeah. All right, look, I'm just gonna sell this shit right now. Fuck y'all. This is what I use right here. Okay, this is my shit. L'Oreal Revitalize. That's my fucking lotion number one. Okay, and
L'Oreal. Where are you shopping at Sephora?
No, you see this shit? Yeah, I go to fucking Ulta. Those girls know my ass.
Right? My man's going in Beyonce's store and buying makeup.
Hey, when you got shit looking like this at 53, you go anywhere you can. And I do a fucking use an avocado mask.
Oh man, I told you, man.
Hey, Paul. I think the young guys here are jealous of the two old guys that look like the youngest in this group of five.
Brother, listen, I ain't gonna try to condemn you, but brother, your fucking skin looks horrible. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
you doubted
me. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you might want to use one of my fucking masks, bro. Like shit, you need this.
I don't know if any of you knew it, but light skinned dudes went out of season a long time ago. I mean,
that's what I've been saying.
Yeah, man, light skinned guys and Drake, you guys been out of season, Paul. So you and Eddie are in the same boat. It's about the dark skins at this moment.
That's what I'm talking about, my brother.
Yeah, it's about us dark. It's about us dark skins. Me, Kurt, and Ken. You know.
Yeah.
Ken, where did you come in this conversation? Yeah, okay, brother, I got you, brother. Where do you fit in? Where the hell do you fit in with this?
What are you talking about?
We're okay. Okay, we got
Ken's
black.
brother.
We got black. We got butterscotch, and we got white. What the hell? I'm in the middle.
Me and Kurt actually discussed this once. We think Ken might be the next blackest guy on the show.
I'm wearing an Ice Cube Raiders shirt. I mean, for the love of God.
He's definitely the blackest guy. I mean, he might be blacker than us. That shirt is hard, though.
Good Lord.
That shirt is hard.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That shirt is really, really hard.
And speaking of Asians, I got this from Temu, China. This came straight from China. Ice Cube and the Raiders. There we go.
Luckily, you got that now. It's probably going to go up in price.
It probably will. I got it like a month ago.
Good Lord. Well, I tell you what, we're up to 116 live viewers because you know why? They fucking like my skin. That's why they're checking in, honestly. You know what I mean? So let's get back to the wrestling real quick here. Ken, I'll be right back. He's getting the charger real quick. Either that or he's doing a face mask that he's not going to tell anybody about. So yeah, Jacob, you're 100% right. This has taken a turn. This is out of the box sports entertainment. We don't know. We start out talking good, and then it flips out to whatever's convenient at the time, whatever we feel like talking about. He said, I'm the greenest guy, and in regards to that, it's 420. And also, it's happy
yeah, man.
All right, let's get back. Let's get back to it. Let's talk about the main event real quick. Ken will be back in a couple of seconds here. Let's talk about this match, man. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. Let's leave the ending to the ending. Let's talk about, man, I tell you what, it was so different seeing the Tribal Chief come out by himself, first of all, man. I was like, damn, this is a little bit different from what I'm used to seeing, number one. But versus, what the fuck was Seth Rollins wearing again? Another outfit. Like, what the hell was that?
I don't think we thought that outfit was crazy. The stuff that he came in was a little bit more crazy than his outfit for the match. He came in with the gold suit with like that pink long coat. It definitely, I really liked the outfit, honestly. He came out in the all black and then he switched into the visionary mode. He dropped so many hints for us. He went into visionary mode. I instantly text Kurt like, hey, wait, which gimmick was that when he wore all white? I was like, was that the visionary? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, he's giving us more hints. Like we can see where this is going. So I love how it went black, and then he, like I said, went black, and then he comes out in this white outfit. I was like, oh yeah, he's ready to fight. When he wears his white outfits, man, I feel like he's in game mode.
But I'll tell you what, Larry, the thing that tore me up, man, it really like, oh shit, he was true to his word. Burn it down. When he came out with that flamethrower, burn it down. I'm like, oh shit, it's on tonight. It is on tonight. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I expected Roman to have something for his entrance, but he didn't. So it's a little throw off. He didn't need it though.
Yep. Kurt, what do you think about just the entrance?
Oh man, yeah, I kind of expected Living Color to come do Punk's entrance. I kind of like you were saying about Roman. It's kind of weird seeing him with nobody, but we kind of seen he lost. He started losing everybody. Paul was the last one to go. It feels right.
Mm-hmm.
He wore the Ulafala though.
By himself.
He hasn't been wearing that.
What?
The
Ulafala?
Ulafala. He
He
hasn't
has
been
no
wearing
leather.
that. What's that?
He has no leather.
True.
What does he need to wear it for? Nobody under his rule anymore.
You're right. I didn't think about that part. I was wondering why he wasn't wearing it, but okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. That's perfect right there. Yep. Yeah. What that entrance to me was just insane. Eddie, how did you feel about it? Just for the entrance, all three really quick.
Yeah, it was all three had pretty good entrances. Seth was the standouts, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's get to the match here. Let's get to the match. We knew this was going to be, what we've been waiting for. The storyline's been written. The favor. What is the favor? When's the favor going to cash in? Let's talk about the match all the way up to the very end now. Let's talk about it. Ken, how did you feel about it?
Really good match. The ending, of course, is what is going to get all the shine. But I mean, overall, I think it was a really good match. And again, with the entrances, I missed that part. I was off grabbing a charger here for my laptop as everything starts to go dark on me. Thinking the darkness is closing in on me here. But anyway, I was happy I got to see the chili pepper necklace, and so I got to see Roman kind of look, what the fuck am I supposed to do with my chili pepper necklace now? Paul's not here to hold it, and so I was excited to see that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the match overall, I thought it was a good match. Everybody got their shine, of course. You got that moment where it's like, oh shit, is Seth Rollins and Roman going to work together? Like, the Shield, I don't know which announcer it was. It was Cole or whoever it was brought up the Shield then. And then Roman said, nah, screw that. He put them both through the table, and I'll tell you, when he put, I think it was Seth, when he put Seth through the Spanish announce table, that damn table exploded, dude. That thing just like holy shit. When he put Punk through the announce table, there's some pieces still kind of up, but when Seth went through it, I mean, shit went just the sides and everything went flying. It was pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that table thing was insane. I mean, I'll tell you what, I hate saying it, but they gave the Spanish announce table the Timu version of an announce table. That thing went pretty quick, and you're 100% right. It exploded everywhere. And the American announce table, the other two pieces were kind of like standing almost sideways, like bent sideways. I was like, wow. But Ken, you're right 100% with that one there. That reference to the Shield, because Roman actually sold me during that spot right there. Like when he did the whoa like this, I thought he was like, oh shit, it is the Shield bomb coming up here. It's going to happen. And then when he went in like this, I'm like, holy god damn, he got Seth. And that's when the shit hit the fan and it exploded into another level for me, honestly. Kurt, what'd you think?
Yeah, I feel exactly the same way you did, man. That like I was on the edge of my seat, like, all right, what's happening? Okay, Shield. Okay, no. All right, but as soon as I ain't gonna go too far yet. I feel exactly the way you feel, man. It's edge of your seat stuff right here. The storytelling in this match is just great.
Yep. Well, we're gonna try to end this about 10 minutes here, real quick. Let's run into this match. Larry, how did you feel about this match, man? We've been leading up to it. Everything. How did you feel about this match tonight? Oh, he's on the edge of the seat. He moved up for this.
He's gonna preach. There we go.
Preach to the choir.
One of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time.
Wow. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
I agree.
Was one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. There's a few, they've been doing this new, the new thing they're doing at the Hall of Fame. And, we kind of talked about some of our favorite WrestleMania matches. And I see they did actually put a list out recently. That match was phenomenal. The where he went for the spear and it turned it into a pedigree, that was phenomenal.
God.
The spots were boom, 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 boom. You can see these guys are three vets They knew exactly what they were doing, the facial expressions they were telling so much stories with their facial expressions.
Mhm.
Which again, like I said, I like the finer details of things. I really don't care about the wrestling sometimes. I want you to I want you to intrigue me. And you guys said it best. Like there was a couple times, like I said, I was like walking around here in my room and like I would like literally just stop and start staring at the TV because I'm like, yo, they are cooking. Like I said earlier, they're cooking with fish grease. You know how hot fish grease gets.
I
Um,
do.
yeah.
I
it
do.
was
Yeah, I do.
it was definitely one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time.
Agree.
Start to finish, yeah, the entrances were good. I see they gave CM Punk the bigger entrance since it was his first Mania match,
Yeah.
so I felt like that's why he got the band. I love how, like I said, how it got dark for Seth, and then he switched into his white gear, and it was CM Punk. You know, they were saying he was looking gassed his last I don't know how many matches. This match he didn't look gassed. Um, Man, like you said, the tables exploded, and these are new reinforced tables, so they have to put a little more oomph when they're putting them through them. So yeah, like you said, that Spanish announce table it blew up. The man, yeah, that was phenomenal. A plus match. It was a 5-star main event match for me.
Eddie, real quick, what do you think about this one?
It was the perfect triple threat. It was the perfect match. Period. Top 5 all-time Mania match. A lot of triple threat matches, you have periods where like one person goes missing for a while.
Yeah.
Nobody was missing more than a few, maybe a minute at the most. It was just nonstop action. It was as perfect as you can get.
Agree.
And
I mean,
when I saw, like, pointed out about the band coming out, I love Living Color. I love seeing Mr. Glover out there singing. It was great.
yeah. I think the only time downfall where all three were involved was the very beginning when Seth and CM Punk went out to the crowd and just went through the roundabout, a 2-minute break for Roman. But that was clearly in the very beginning. He didn't need that gas. He didn't need that rest right there. But it was top to bottom, probably my all-time favorite WrestleMania match. It's going to go down in history, of course. I love it. But let's talk about real quick before we get out of here. Not one ball shot, but 2 ball shots. I kind of knew that was going to, the second one was going to happen because of the fact, man, Seth Rollins stayed on that rope a little too long with the back exposed. I knew that Shield opportunity was going to happen because I just seen it. You could tell with there. Something in my mind said he's on the rope too long. He's exposing the back here. The chair's there. It kind of made sense to me, because we did get that Shield reference earlier. I'm like, maybe this is where we see the because what happened before, we all know about it. So how'd you guys feel about that? Now we know the favor. And I said on Twitter this, the visionary, the revolutionary, now the architect. The architect has the plan. He set the plan. He built the foundation. He put it in Roman's ear. He put it on in CMZ in the ear. Now he came with the plan and said, Heyman, I am the architect. I built it. Settle it. This is it. And then he walks off to the sunset with him. Wow. What'd you guys think about that?
Yeah, awesome. I feel like we've talked about this before about Heyman, potentially siding with Rollins, for whatever reason, whether it makes sense or not. But the nut shots, I thought, hitting CM Punk with the nut shot, then kind of setting Roman up, pointing over my tribal chief, pointing over here, to finish him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, kind of line him up and, not only a nut shot, but he got his arm up in there and he started wiggling that shit around, man. He was like kind of making sure he got the nut sack. He's like, just in case I didn't get one Samoan testicle, we're going to get both those coconuts in there and we're going to swish them around. Like he's like wiggling that sucker in there. Like, God damn, Paul, let it go. And, but yeah, it was a perfect ending, if you ask me. Like, and the facial expression, again, these guys are professional. Those 3 guys with their facial expressions. I mean, the deep sigh, from Rollins, he's looking off into the distance. He's not even watching. He knows what's going on, and he's just just staring off blankly into the crowd. And you see him take a deep breath, a sigh, kind of like, "Yep, I am the man." And he turns around, and it was awesome. It was, and I'm like, it just brought a huge smile to my face. and it was probably kind of weird looking, but it's just kind of looking at the TV screen, just starting to smile. It's weird, it's odd, but anyway, it was perfect. It was.
Mm-hmm. Kurt, what do you got?
We got the benefit of having the minds of Paul Heyman and CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? It was a great match, man. Like, I was gonna say something else. I had it on my mind. Oh, Roman is probably one of the best natural babyface sellers out there. Like, you look at him,
Mm-hmm.
you believe it. He's doing his thing right now, man.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the match was phenomenal. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, probably one of the best WrestleMania matches of
Okay.
this modern day. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say all time yet, but
Okay.
past 10, 15 years, definitely top
Okay.
3.
It's right up there with Goldust and Rowdy Piper, the backlot brawl.
Mm-mm.
What?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I think Kent meant Steamboat and Savage.
It's up there. That's up
I knew what I meant.
All right, Larry. Real quick? What do you think about this match and how it ended? You know, the favor, the walkout, the
Man.
dishonesty, the
I caught it.
betrayal.
I wish Dave was here.
I guess the best way to say it is like me and Kurt would say it wasn't me and Kurt, this wasn't a prediction, it was a spoiler. Me and Kurt we've been back and forth on our show on Tuesday nights, and we've been saying this from the rip, like this makes sense to us. This is exactly what makes sense to us. Nothing else makes sense other than this. Now if something else would have happened, you know what, we're wrong. But it just made so much sense to us. Like you guys said, it was perfect. He grabs the chair. He slides it to who did he slide it to? He slided it to Roman first or whatever.
He gave it to Punk.
He slid it to Punk. Roman, the storytelling, like so confused. Man, just A1 storytelling. Like I said, right now, like I said, I know I'm probably just coming off the heat of everything, but because like I said, sometimes you're just living in the moment. But living in the moment, that was one of the greatest WrestleMania matches I've ever seen. I'm the same age as WrestleMania, so I've clearly seen every single one. And I'm nitpicky about my WrestleMania matches. I still think Undertaker, Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest. I think Rock and Hogan could be that. That's honestly that's my favorite one. Absolutely, to be honest with you, there's some in there, but this one right here, right now, this one has breached. We'll just say right now, since there's so many you could choose from, I'll say this breached my top 7, top 5 favorite WrestleMania matches of all time. About time Tuesday comes around, me and Kurt's on there, I'll have my top 5 WrestleMania matches down.
Okay. So, real quick question for you guys. So when
I like this guy, man, I like him.
When Hogan, see, I read the comment. Damn it! When Heyman picked up the chair. My first thought was he's going to slide this across the ring because you had Punk and you had Roman looking at him, and you had Steph all the way in the back on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Did anybody else think that he was going to slide that chair between them all the way over to Steph? That was my first thought. Like this,
I didn't think he was going to slide it. I thought he was going to like do this and just throw it over the top because both of them were on the ground and Steph was over there. I thought he was going to throw it over, or the better look with me was. Look at both of them, shake his head, and walk completely around the ring. That's what I might have thought, but man, it was insane. And Larry, I agree with you. Go ahead, Kurt.
Like there was enough space like where he could have slid that chair. Or my other thought was I thought it would have been funny if he would have just opened it up and sat down and said, "Go ahead, beat the hell out of each other." That would have been funny, but I feel like it was better the way they did it. So
yes, absolutely.
And Larry, real quick, I 100% agree with that move. That to me was move of the night when Roman went for the spear. I mean, I would have believed it if it was other people in the ring. It would have been sold that way because they replayed that pedigree. Roman took off same height, same speed, same distance as a normal spear, and man, he got height on that and grabbed him in the perfect spot. It was just, to me, it was like a freestyle move. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like to me, right? They sold it. Heyman's face sold everything when he's looking at a Roman Reigns saying, my man shed a tear. He shed a tear. Like, look, I'm like, oh, damn, he's legit. He wants OTC. Damn, oh, my God.
I thought there was
Oscar tonight. Another Oscar to fall him in tonight.
I did think there was 3 moves of the night, and the only reason why that one isn't my particular move of the night, it's in there, it's in that top 3, because we seen that pedigree spear before, and this isn't the first time they hit that in the match last year, so like my 2 other choices, like I said, would have been like that BFT, the moonsault into the BFT, and then like I said, that the Jade Cordell, Corgill move, but man, that was what a fucking phenomenal main event, guys.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I mean, tomorrow night, I just want to make sure everybody knows this. Tomorrow night, we'll be back again tomorrow night, 5:30, the prediction show for night 2, and 30 minutes after. So if you like what you heard, right now we got 120 live viewers at, goddamn, 1 o'clock in the morning, 124 live viewers. We appreciate everybody checking in. We definitely appreciate that. Definitely 100%. But Ken,
yes,
I know you're gonna be on tomorrow night. But Ken,
yes,
I know you're the face of this damn network. My man is everywhere, Even though I do some Botox and I do, face peer, you're the face of the network, brother. When are you on? What is your schedule? And what the hell do you do for this network?
So this upcoming week, besides tomorrow night, I will be back on tomorrow night for the post show. This upcoming week, I will be on Monday. Monday starts playoffs for the LA Kings. Kings Oilers starts the series, Stanley Cup playoffs. So I will be on Monday to preview that Monday morning. After my eye appointment, I got to get my peepers checked out. So that's probably going to actually be around noon. I'm going to push that to noon because I'm taking off work Sunday night. And then I'll be on Wednesday for the Batcave talking New York Mets. Then I'll be back on next Friday with the Raiders, Silver and Black Layer Raiders. So, and then next Saturday, we should be able to do the drop again, 10 p.m. whenever we figure it out. So.
All right. Well, we got a tag team in the network here. We got the Kurt McGirt and the Black Lightning. So one of you guys take it away because I know Tuesday, something going on Tuesday. I don't know what the hell this show's called. So you guys talk to me about this.
Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. Me, my guy, Kurt McGirt. We're the part-time marks. We do NXT. We try to help cover some of the other stuff too when Ken can't make it around. So we try to cover a little bit of Raw. And you can catch us Tuesdays every Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. And then usually, like he said, on Saturdays you can catch us joining our other tag team partner. I guess that makes us trios champions like AEW. you can catch us on the Atomic Drop with Ken here, our boy.
So real quick, for all you, we have 123 live viewers right now. I assume you're all wrestling fans if you're on this at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's awesome,
guys. Check out the part-time marks on Tuesday. I mean, on a drop, if you're a drop, veteran, like you've seen the drops, many times before, over the past couple of years since we've been doing this show, myself and Dave and Paul and stuff like that. We do talk a lot of nonsense, talking about hair and stuff like that. And there it is, Bianca's hair, and how much I'm in love with Nia Jax. You guys want some real deal wrestling talk? Check out Tuesday night at 10:30. I'm telling you, these guys know their shit. And they're no joke. So be sure to check them out Tuesday night. They are the real deal. They are the perfect tag team.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
And you know what, Ken? You said the best, man. When I met these guys, I brought them in, 2 weeks later, Kurt, you guys were on my network already ready to go, right? Ready to mark about it, right? Yeah. 2 weeks later after that. So real quick, what I want to say is Wednesday night, I'll be back with the Cowboys Weekly. Thursday at 6 p.m., I do an NFL Weekly show, which this week, it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be from wow, it's going to be 7:30 to probably 1 a.m. this week. We're doing a live draft show this week. So if you're a fan of NFL, check us out. If you want to be on the show, let us know. We'll get you started. We're just guys that talk about sports, have fun with it. You never know what you get out of the box here. We talk about face peels, Botox. You never know. You know what I mean? We never know what we talk about. We just have fun doing it. But real quick, 2 things before we get out of here, guys. I do want to say one thing. Actually, where is it? I just want to say right here. This is from the heart of Out of the Box. From all of us at Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, we wish you and your family a very happy Easter and safe for all your family members out there. And always thank you for your support. We really appreciate it. Larry, I love your words with this one. Go ahead and talk to them about all the viewers out there.
Man, you guys, like you said, there's like 100 and something viewers right now, which I think that's super dope, man. That just makes me smile just for no reason. Because again, it's 1:21 in the morning, and you guys are sitting here listening to us bullshit about Botox, makeup, but most importantly, wrestling.
Makeup? No. Face peel, brother. Ain't makeup.
Face peel, my
Yeah.
bad. But you guys are sitting here like listening to us bullshitting about wrestling. So honestly, you could be anywhere in the world. You could be in bed. You could be, hugged up with your girl. But you're here, tuned in with us. So we appreciate you guys more than anything.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And here's the thing, I started this company 3.5 years ago. I had one show called Fight Club 215. Okay, it was about UFC, something I'm very passionate about. You guys know me. I forgot about the Inside the Octagon every Friday night, 7 p.m. My favorite show. How could I forget that? So, yeah, I started this 3 years ago, and it's kind of crazy. I took off the banner here, but I might shed a tear, honestly, because this really means a lot to me, having the family that I have with you guys. We're brothers, and it's family to me, man. That word fam goes a long way with me. You call me, I'm there for you. I ain't gonna be like our other people, don't show up and let you get your ass kicked. You guys know what I mean about that. But I ain't like that. You guys are fam to me. But
yeah.
3 years, yeah. 3 years ago, I started this company, and with one show a week. So I was thinking 52 shows a year. 3.5 years later, brother, we are slowly approaching 1,100 live shows on this network between all of our shows and all of our hosts, man. So not to me, thank you guys, and to the viewers, really the most, because you guys keep this network going, man. We don't make money off this. We do it for fun, number one. So thank you to everybody out there. We really appreciate you. 100%, man. 100%. Definitely. I thank you, Jacob. Sub like a drop. Appreciate that. Check you all tomorrow night. Hell to the Redskins.
Thanks for taking in, Jacob.
Jacob, we got you covered, brother. We got a show coming. Steve Laughlin is our host of Commander's Gridiron every Tuesday night, 8:30. He's on vacation right now. He'll be back in 2 weeks. So make sure you check out that too on our network. Appreciate you. Hey, maybe if you got a computer out there, we'll get you on that show. If you want to come on the live draft this Thursday, reach out to me, Paul Spencer on Facebook, whatever. We'll start talking, brother. Appreciate you, man. Made another family member tonight. Check that out, guys.
Awesome, man.
Yep. And he says part-time miles about the name, but it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Let's
thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's Kurt McGurk's geniusness, man. That's his geniusness.
Well, guys, night one in the books, and we're here at 1:30 in the morning, still talking about it. I'm hyped. I can't probably go to sleep. I'm ready. I might stay up and get ready for night two. Real quick, what are we looking at night two, man? Night one was a fucking banger. What are we looking into night two? I know the main event. Let's put the main event aside, okay? What other event are we looking at as the show-stopping event tomorrow night? What are we looking at right away?
The sleeper is Logan and AJ. That's your sleeper match.
Okay.
But I think we're gonna be very impressed with Drew and Damian.
Ooh, okay. Eddie, I'll go with you. Because you looks like you're gonna fall asleep on me. You know what I mean?
I think the triple threat women's match is gonna be a lot better than what the build up was. I think all three women are gonna go 100%. I think that could easily be match of the night.
Well, yeah, they're gonna try and top this triple threat from today.
That's what I'm saying. That's
hopefully EO kicks both of their asses.
Yeah. BA, talk to me, man. What are you talking about? Talk to me with this one.
I think Kurt's actually right. I think the sleeper match is going to be Drew and Damian. I think that's going to be a sleeper match. But oh man, I got two matches in mind here. I'm just a little confused what they're going to do with Bailey being out now too. That's something that I guess we'll discuss.
Well, they said Lyra had to find a partner, so I was gonna predict Becky tomorrow, but since we're here,
well, we'll save that. I'll just I'll just stick to the task at hand.
Okay.
Man, match of sleeper match.
You can't forget about Randy too.
That's what I'm going. The mystery opponent. Who is it? We'll talk about that tomorrow. So get that shit ready. Get that shit ready.
I'm gonna go with my man Eddie here, Rand. I'm really excited to see what EO Belair and Rhea's gonna come up with.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think that could be. I agree. I think it's gonna be the triple threat. Kurt, I don't know if they can top what we've seen tonight, honestly, but man, if they do, it's going to be. We said that possibly could be top 3 all time. Damn, if this happens, Wow, I don't know, brother, but
Look at
I
the
think it's
talent
definitely
that's
going to
in
be.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, I
possible.
know. I agree, 100%, 100%.
Possible.
I mean, the story build up, the pushing in the face. I love how she's getting this. The disrespect, Io, Rhea working her way into it. Bianca. Is there going to be a little drama between Jade coming out? Because it was night one now, Jade
We gotta save
situation.
it for the show. We gotta
We got
save it
that.
for the
That's too
show.
much to talk about tonight.
Yeah,
We
man.
gotta
Ah,
save it.
yes,
We'll
you got to
sit here
save it.
another hour.
Yeah,
talking
before you
That's
know
what
it,
I'm
it'll be
saying.
12.
That's what I'm
We'll get a
saying.
couple comments. We'll fall into the comments.
Yes,
We'll save it for
yes.
tomorrow.
So listen, right now we're at 144 live viewers. We appreciate you guys checking in. So once again, tomorrow night, man, 5:30, we'll be back at it again, giving you our night 2, as you see the screen, night 2 predictions. You see the matches down below. We will talking about it. And then 30 minutes after again, we'll be up until 1 o'clock again, talking about it. And as you guys say, marking about it. So guys, listen, it's time to get out of here, get a little sleep. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep, but my shit is like hyped up talking with you guys. Of course, you guys know that. And I really want to say thank you to Ken, because Ken is the actual host of the show on Atomic Drop. I'm just a fill-in guy. I appreciate, you guys let me hop on your show quite a few times. I appreciate that. Larry, you gave me the incentive to host your show one time when you weren't available. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, guys, because you guys know I don't watch wrestling that much, but now I do. It's because of you guys and Ken Fry, too. So thank you so much. You guys brought me back into my days of Stone Cold and The Rock, bringing me back, and I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys, number one. But real quick, last 2 comments. We ain't going to talk about them. Cena gets 17. We're going to leave it right there. We ain't going to talk about it until tomorrow. Okay. Jacob, happy Easter. Night Fellas, you too, brother. Thank you for checking in. You're part of the family now, so don't be a stranger, brother. We're gonna see you every time, hopefully. So
tune in tomorrow.
Definitely,
Follow me everywhere.
There we go.
Just
right.
follow that tag.
There we go. Yep. Okay, guys, we're out of here. My name is Paul Spencer. That is Kurt McGurk. That is my friends Call Me Black, AK Black Lightning. You already know him. That guy over there is three days behind us, sometimes in the show and in actual life. That is Eddie the Professor back there. So, guys, are you ready to get out of here?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to the Atomic Drop on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. Make sure you like us, follow, share, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and soon, you already know because my Botox looks pretty good on OnlyFans, so we'll be there too. So thank you for tuning in. Until then, guys, let's get out of here.
AJ's the GOAT.
Pow!